Hey everyone, Duane Cotton here with DuaneCotton.com. Sorry about the moving video here, but I'm holding my cell phone because my inventive 11-year-old daughter has taken my tripod, so I'm having to do the old selfie style here. Today we're talking about the service industry. Now, when I say service industry, the trade service industry, heating and air, plumbing, electrical. This could in fact be home improvements, roofing, landscaping, the whole 9 yards. If you own a heating and air conditioning company, you know that service contracts are critical. Service contracts is something that you want to sell to your clients so that you can guarantee another trip back to their house. Every trip in the door is an opportunity to sell them something for their benefit. And if you sell them something that they benefit from, you'll ultimately benefit yourself, right? You have a happy client, you're making money, you're moving products, you're solving a problem for them. It's win-win. Never, when I look at service sales, I never concentrate on just making money. I concentrate on solving my clients' problems. And if you have your markup correct and you actually know how to run your business, you'll make plenty of money just because you solve your clients' problems. You're not doing it for free. Who would? You can't stay in business. If you're a billionaire and you want to do it, great, you can. But most of us aren't. So what you want to do is you want to definitely make sure that you're concentrating on solving your clients' problems. A service contract keeps you in the same house, the same address. It keeps your trucks on the road and visible. Hopefully you have a logo on your truck, and we'll talk about in a future video. And if you're in the plumbing business, a lot of plumbers don't have service contracts. And so you might ask, well, how does a plumber have a service? How do they sell a service contract, and what do they sell it on? So one of the things I want to talk to you today about is the plumbing business. Now, plumbers are a critical part of life. If your drains aren't working, if you don't have running water, you know what? Life stops pretty much. It just becomes, you're like living out in the wild on the frontier again. Service contracts for plumbing companies are very simple. A service contract would include draining a water heater, whether it's gas or electric. It's going to include cleaning the aerators and faucets if it has them. It's also going to include cleaning traps at sinks. And how this would work is a plumber would show up to a house that they have a service contract on. They would start draining the water heater. And at the same time the water heater is draining, they're going to go in the house and start cleaning these traps at every sink. Checking the aerators, looking for leaks, small leaks under sinks, looking in the crawl space if they have one, in the attic, looking at the plumbing flashing through the roof, where the vents go through the roof, make sure the flashing's not leaking. And whether you do that or not, if you don't do the flashing on the roof, the storm collars, at least what you can do is you can recommend a local roofer to them and say, hey, you need to have it checked out. You're solving a problem. You're solving a future ceiling leak before it happens because you went up in the attic and actually looked for the venting. So I can guarantee you that that water heater hasn't been drained in 5 years. If your water quality is like it is in Virginia, you're probably going to be selling a water heater to your client. And then as you sell a water heater to the client, you're looking at, well, hey, we need to clean the water a little bit better, so now offer a home filter, some type of filter system. So these are all some of the things that you can do as a service contract on plumbing. Electrical is a little bit different. Obviously, if your client has a generator, you would service the generator, inspect their electrical panel. But you can basically inspect panels, make sure all the lugs are tight, the wires are tight on breakers, you don't have loose receptacles in a house, and just basically look for stuff that's not working. I'm actually looking behind the camera here at a LED that I have that's flickering. Now, I've changed my house over to all LEDs, and I've had really good luck with them, but it's kind of strange. It's actually dim right now. Here, let me show it to you. Can you see? Well, it's kind of a bad place, but right there, you see all this glare from these two. Look at that one. That one's, you don't have a glare there. So basically, if hey, these are 10-foot ceilings in here, so a lot of people are not going to change their bulbs. They're going to call an electrician. I mean, I would go up a ladder all day long, but some people would call and have that looked at. They might think, well, maybe I have a fixture problem. Maybe it's not just a bulb because it's flickering. Typically, we think of bulbs when they go bad, they go out. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen. But with LEDs, they can flicker back and forth and dim and go bright and quit. So these are all things that basically an electrician could handle on a service contract. Service contracts are typically sold when you do a service call. Now, they can be marketed and sold, and some people will buy a service contract when they don't have a problem. But most service contracts that I've ever sold have been because we've been to a house that had a problem, and we simply let them know that if we'd have cleaned it and checked it before, we could have quite possibly prevented this outage or this no heat or no AC call. So those are some of the things that you want to concentrate on is service contracts in your business. A roofer can have a service contract. Why wouldn't a roofer include inspection once a year on their roofing, on the shingles and ridge vent and things like that, but also clean the gutters? How many gutters need to be cleaned? Well, you're not going to make a ton of money cleaning gutters, but it's an opportunity to be at the house to look for other problems, look for bigger problems. Maybe we need to upgrade the shingles, right? Maybe it's time for that new re-roof. Well, if you went out to clean gutters and made just a couple bucks, but you sell a roof because you were there and you saw problems, maybe you're looking at hail damage that they didn't know they had. Imagine what you do when you do 10 of those a day, you do 50 a week. Service contracts will help you expand your business, and one of the I think the single most important thing that you can do to increase service sales. I'm Duane Cotton. Talk to you soon.